There is death inside love. There just is. It's the realization of death inside of love. The quicker and deeper the love, the quicker and deeper the realization. I love this little boy. I met him on the subway. Only 8 stops did I share with this little boy. His face was round, his cheeks were rosy. He and the adults with him and I had just come from a professional basketball game in a very big sports arena, and as he was seated right next to me, I asked him, "Did you enjoy the game?" "Oh, yes," he said, in a voice sweet the way apples are sweet. He then asked me a question which I could not immediately understand. He had an accent. It sounded British. The adult woman who was sitting with him, who I could tell was not his mother, interpreted for me. He was asking, "Which team did you support?" His use of the word support nearly brought me to tears. "Oh, the 76ers, I said. I supported the 76ers, the home team." "Yes," he said. "I as well." I asked him if he'd seen a basketball game before, and he said no, but that he had seen soccer. He asked if I liked soccer, and I said yes, very much. Then he broke with a convention he may not have known existed, and he said, "I'm from Britain." "Really?" I said. "Really? Where in Britain?" "Scotland," he said. "Have you been there? Stoke-upon-Trent," or something like that. There's all these thises upon that's over there. You notice that? Everything's upon each other all the time. How tender it is to say things are upon each other. Having no idea where I was in a city as new and frightening to me as this whole country was to my little boy, I kept getting up to look at the subway map, and I could see the concern for me on this little boy's face. He could tell in his tiny way that I was lost, like he was. He recognized me. We recognized each other. I discovered that I was getting off the subway at the same stop as this little fledgling urchin, and I could feel his displacement. I could feel his desperate desire to be all right. I could sense the adult's insistence that he act as if he were all right. I could tell he was not with his mother. I wanted for him his mother. He pointed to a burly man and said, "That's my daddy. He was in the Navy." "My father was in the Navy too," I said stupidly. "He's a real Marine." "Yeah," said the non-mother. "We're getting married in February and we're moving to New Jersey." "You must be very proud of your daddy," I said, "and I'm sure he's very proud of you." This burly Marine stood with his back to us, ignorant of this desperate little clutch of people, small people. Behind him, the boy and me, reaching across the airways and the years to consider something. Can I raise him? Can I raise him in 8 stops? I have 8 subway stops to remind him that he's loved, that he's lovely, that his mother loves him, that his home is and will always be within him. That living is so funny. So hysterically funny, and that his beauty is his birthright, that I will always love him. He won't remember me, but I will always remember him. Can I raise him in 8 stops? We go onward, the door opens and closes, opens and closes. What team did you support? He looks at me and smiles, shyly. He looks away again. I'm thinking my tender little bairn in New Jersey, now that I love him and my knowledge of him, my ability to care for him will die in 3 stops. Now in 2 stops. And my own little children suffered so much in New Jersey, and this little boy ripped from his mother and his motherland, country, and mother, moving to New Jersey with this woman who struggled to be nice to him, finding him alien. This woman had inherited him from a man she'd met, this motherless boy. Maybe his mother had died. I thought maybe she died or gone mad. Now only 1 stop separated me from my new little love. He announced, "I'm going to be in the 2nd grade. In Scotland, I was in the 3rd grade, but now I've been moved to the 2nd. Sensing that this might be difficult for him, or possibly even insulting to him, I said, "Oh, well, here in the United States, all the children who are your age are in the 2nd grade." "Oh," he said. the stop came. We got out. We all got out. The non-mother, the Marine father, the fat friend of the Marine father, the little boy with the rosy cheeks from Scotland who had said, "What team did you support?" I really was terrified of this subway stop. Frightening on the way to the game, and now again labyrinthian and incoherent. Feeling grief-stricken about my new little boy, I followed him and his family up the stairs, hoping to be led to some coherent exit by them. But I only followed them so far because the little boy kept turning around to look at me, turning around, finding it both great and terrible that I was still with him, still behind him. The terrible hope and punishment of that, and getting more and more separate every minute. This odd lady he told in the train about his home. I turned away and headed down an infinite underground corridor that was completely deserted except for me and a growling, frightening man who followed me as I had followed the little boy, and who was death.